Hello, everybody. BL here, hoping that you're doing well, working on the pieces to your puzzle. This is actually a video that I stumbled upon when I was doing some cleaning. Forgot the girls and I had done this, and we were just driving and just having a random chat, if you will, about the over or hypersexualization of our children, of our community, etc. And I think this stemmed around the video that was circulating at one point about the little girl that wanted to be a stripper, etc., etc. But my point in putting this out now is just to give you an idea of ways in which you parents can have the conversations with your children. Um, Everybody's busy. So if you don't have time to sit down, and if you don't make the time to sit down in one location, well, you drive them to school, you drive them to work, you take a road trip, have the conversations then. We actually happen to be headed somewhere, and I use that opportunity to have this discussion. Well, that's something I've done with my girls all along. Actually, is use our drive time to have discussions, especially those tough ones, because no one can run away from the discussion. We're there, we're in one environment, and we have to have the conversation. So I just wanted to put it out there for you as kind of a starter, if you will, so that you can have a direction to go in which to start having these conversations with your children and grandchildren if you have not already. Take care. Hi fam, Miss B again here. I know I did an individual video about the young lady or the young girl who wants to be a stripper when she grows up. And I think this is something that a discussion parents should be having with their children as well. But just to lead the way in that, I've got my two 19-year-olds here with me. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
And we're just going to get the discussion started and maybe give you an example of how you can have this discussion at home. And then I wanted my girls to give you their take from the perspective of teenagers or young adults on this little girl's position of desiring to be a stripper and where we are with it as a society and as a black community. So, I'm going to put the question out there and I'm going to let them go and we'll go from there. So girls, again, y'all know about the video. The little girl wants to be a stripper. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on that?
You want to go first, Jayla?
Sure.
You gotta speak up.
I don't necessarily feel like someone's raising her that way. Well, someone could be raising her that way, or like someone she puts on a pedestal, has it as an occupation. But we realize things, kids realize things from an early age, so you may not necessarily have the skill set or whatever to get that degree.
But they don't know that at that age. Girl was what?
True.
5, 6, 7.
Okay, so then, and it takes someone she knows or idolizes, I guess, could have that as their occupation, and that's what she sees, so she thinks it's okay. And then if you look at music, what do you see?
Yeah.
Strippers, movies, strippers.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
And money.
And money.
So, and these days,
because they glorify our assets or decorations, and they're being paid for that.
So, what I hear you saying first is that at that age she has no clue what she's saying really, other than the fact that she's seeing someone who is either in that occupation and she holds them in high esteem, so she endeavors to do what they're doing.
Yeah.
I also heard you say it's on television, it's in the movies, it's in the music.
Hold on, but we don't want to offend anybody that is a stripper. That is not the intent. Okay, continue.
Right, yeah. We will, I guess, say that disclaimer.
Just to be safe
if
about
that's
it.
where you are in life, or that's what you choose to do, then that's what you choose to do.
Get your bag.
We personally, don't subscribe to it because we feel it's not your better path. It's probably not your better self, if you will.
Because think about how many strippers there are in the world. Do you really think all these people got money? That's my thinking.
All what people?
Okay, it's not that many rich people in the world. It's not that many celebrities in the world. You know what I'm saying? So your chances of going to work and stripping and getting that $1 million or, you know, 100 bands or whatever they want to call it, 10K, it's very slim. So you sitting there breaking your back, degrading your body, degrading yourself in front of all these people. Then think about this. No man is going to want a woman, or, well, at that point, I wouldn't.
Except Kanye and Kim.
Except, yeah. No man is going to want no woman that's sitting there showing her body to everybody else. No real man.
Right.
Now, there are some who will take, you know, who understand, because some girls do it, like how they say Cardi B, you know, Cardi B did it, but she was in school. And she did it to pay for school. So I understand that, but you got to realize, you know, it don't look good on jobs. It, you know, most of them, your employers, your bosses are going to be men, and they probably going to come in there one day and see you. They probably don't know who you are at that point in time, but that's the truth.
And then you do two things. You either tick them off and they let you go because of it, or they feel like now they can get some for free in order for you to keep your job.
And it could just be little old McDonald's job.
You're right. I'm so glad you said that, because I told you about my boss at McDonald's that was all over me.
And it's like, oh no sir, I'll quit this job real quick. Ain't no money worth that.
So, people in high esteem. What else did y'all say? Because y'all were throwing a whole bunch of stuff up there, and I'd like to dissect all of it, and I don't have a pen and paper to write because I'm driving.
Okay, so people in high esteem.
The ones that she look up to.
The ones that she look up to.
We talked about money.
In music videos.
Okay.
Music videos, and then also
let's
talk about music.
Time we talked about the music.
Okay.
What is music doing? Music is doing what?
Glorifying strippers, girls with
sexualization,
girls with big butts, and you know, that's what. Well, I will say, as a fellow youngin, they are. I wouldn't say straying away from it, but what 2016, 2015, it was very, very, very high. Like that type of music was prominent. It was very prominent. So I will say that now, and the whole sex thing, and now, you know, I don't know, I don't really listen. Now more so now it's gangbanging. It's not even about sex. It's more about drugs and gangbanging.
Objectified women sexually, so there's no need to continue focusing on that. Now we're focused on the gangbanging and the killing.
But they were doing that back in your day too.
Right, back in my day. Exactly.
And it started that way, But people still had, mamas and daddies still had morals and stuff, and was still teaching their kids, okay, that's okay to you can dance to the song, sing the song, but you still need to make sure you graduate, and you still need to make sure you get you a decent job, you know, doing right in the world. Nowadays, you know, how they say, what's that saying, Jalen? If you raise your own kids.
If you raise your kids, you get to spoil your grandkids. But if you spoil your kids, you raise your grandkids.
And that's true. That's what's been happening for our generation.
Now, money. Let's talk about the money. How you all referenced the money involved in that. What's the deal with the money? I mean, why can't she just get money some other way? What?
Because in this society, you know, being black in this society, that's just a given right there. Boom, you're black. You're already at the bottom of the pedestal. Everybody else is before you. So it's kind of like you got to get it by any means. And sometimes any means means any means.
But I feel like people don't be trying. So I don't, in my opinion, I feel like people just, you don't even try.
They don't try hard enough.
Or they don't.
They see one obstacle and they let that one obstacle deter them early on.
They don't have endurance.
Instead of fighting through that, they just give up too quickly.
Yeah, I agree, but I mean, if you get bit by the snake once, you don't want to get bit again.
Right. By the same token.
But if it's something you really want, I can see what you mean.
Yeah, you keep pushing through it, because life is, and as long as you're here on this earth, you're gonna meet one obstacle after another. It just seems like that's just the way life is. Most of us don't have it easy, and so those obstacles are going to come, and they're coming from, I guess what you could say, the enemy. They're coming from the establishment, that's in place to deter you, and they're coming from our own people. We know it is what it is. You can do great, you can endeavor, and you can try and fight all those obstacles out in the world, but when you come home, and you even, within the four walls of your home, or within the four walls, within the box of what you call your family, and that might be grandma and cousins, and it might extend out to the second, third, fourth cousins, but whomever is within your circle, if you're getting beat down or meeting obstacles from them, they're not encouraging, supporting you in any other way, or they're trying to tear down what it is you're doing.
Because they ain't nothing.
Oh.
And I'm not trying to say strippers are nothing. I'm just saying, but let's be honest. Black families we tear each other down because we didn't do what, the kids want to do. So say if I want to be an astronaut, for example, you tear me down and say, oh, you'll never be that. That's just too high. That's you can't go that far in life and try to be an astronaut. You black, you a female, and no. Why would you say that? You're supposed to, if your child wants to be an astronaut, you're supposed to be encouraging that. You're like, yeah, baby, because you never know, that child could really be an astronaut.
With the right support and the right help and the right guidance and training and all of that other stuff, and if that's what they want to do, if you start it as early as possible and hit it as hard as possible and give them as much support as possible, they could be an astronaut. You're correct. And that is one of the pitfalls, I guess, that people growing up are encountering. Not having that support. And again, I've said this before to you guys, of course, support is not necessarily financial backing.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what it is. Sometimes it is the money. Sometimes they need $2,000 to pay tuition, or $5,000 to, get a little pizza card, whatever it is.
$5 just to get something to eat, to finish your work.
Right, yeah, to get something so you can finish your assignment.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is money. But more often than not, it is the day-to-day support. It is the day-to-day cheer. Just like ball players have cheerleaders.
To keep them going.
To keep them going.
Everybody needs
and to
a
distract the other team. But it's a matter of having a cheerleader. And having that village is going to cheer you on through the obstacles. Because when the obstacles are coming, you need someone at the same time to counter that. From a Christian perspective, it's like, you got the devil in one ear telling you, no, you can't, no, you can't. But who's in the other ear? Where are the angels in the other ear telling you, yes, you can, yes, you can? There is no counter to that word. So what they're hearing is their own inner self that says, this, I want to be an astronaut. And they're hearing all of these words saying, no, you can't, no, you can't.
And now they start to doubt themselves.
And they begin to doubt themselves.
Yeah.
So that takes us back to that whole, the support overall.
Some families don't know how to support. That is a biggie. Like black families, because they support each other regardless. But black families don't know how to support their children because they didn't have it when they were growing up. So it's not like they don't. Some want to support, but they don't know how to support. And then the kid or the adult or whatever, the person who needs that support, they don't know what they need. To be honest, at the time they really don't. Not all the time.
Excellent.
Most of the time they really just want you to be there, or sit up for 5 hours while they finish their assignment just to have somebody there, but they don't know how to ask for that.
That's an excellent point. A lot of times, and this can stretch not even with the topic that we're talking about, which is anything in life, period. People need help and they don't know how they need the help, or so it's not really a matter of not asking or not knowing how to ask. They may not identify what help it is they need. And because all they really need is for you to sit there with them and be in the presence with them, or hold their hand while they're doing it, you could be daydreaming about something, but you're sitting there holding their hand, giving them that support.
And that would make the world.
And they don't know how to articulate that.
Yeah.
Because they don't know that that's all it is that they really need, is for you to be sitting in a room with them. I thank God for Granny Rose, my granny. She's gone now in St. Thomas, because that was something that she did. I observed her doing it, and that was one of those little pearls of wisdom that I was able to glean from her in her lifetime. She would give us actual words, but at the same time, she modeled certain behaviors, and I saw the impact. I felt the impact If we went out somewhere, Granny was sitting right up until she heard that car pull back in the driveway. If you had an assignment for school, and I know my Auntie Nellie will attest to this, many a times Nellie's up studying and doing work or whatever, and Granny wouldn't go to bed until Nellie was done with her work. And that was something I saw and I did with you guys. I tried to stay up as much as possible. If I didn't know how to do the work, I'm awake.
Do you need help?
I'm in
No.
the room, and I'm like, yeah, you know, can I help you? And y'all are telling me what? No,
No,
are
I
you
got
sure? Would y'all be like,
Well, let me know when you're done.
exactly.
Be like, Mom, go to
Because
sleep. No.
I can't rest until I know that you feel like you've done all it is you need to do with this particular thing. That's a parent. That's support. No, I'm not helping you with the assignment, but I'm letting you know I got you. I don't know what the heck I got, and I don't know how to get it,
But I got you.
but I got you.
Or you'd be like, you've been working on this for 5 hours straight. You need to go to sleep. You know what? Take a nap. I will wake you up at such and such time, and then you can get back going.
Yeah,
It's like, that's not healthy. Yes, you did.
Okay, so let's
Mode is activated. You're good.
bring it back to and the desire to be a stripper. So we talked about money. Well, and there's also the whole concept of getting money. We've worshipped, we've idolized money, yes, to the point where we've got to do
Anything.
it by any means necessary, so to speak. One of y'all said it, I can't remember which one, but it's like if you didn't have the skill set or the support or the training or whatever it was to have some other profession, and you know, you needed to, like the one that did it to get through college, I think y'all said Cardi B. Well, I know some others who did the same thing just to get through school. And
To get through high school
to get through high school
and to escape domestic violence.
and to escape domestic violence.
Get
Wow.
through high school.
Wow.
Yeah,
And you see,
Oh, then they must have been living by themselves, because how you, well, most people, I guess, but yeah.
some kids are not at home with their parents. You
Yeah.
guys were fortunate. Y'all, like a group of y'all says 99.5% of the time. So, but and therein that opens the door to something else. And I guess that's the point of doing this video and the one I did previously. We can't just look at a child who says, I want to grow up to be a stripper, and make all kinds of assumptions and accusations about her or her mother or black women in general, because there's so many arms, there's so many moving pieces to that in itself. We don't know what her mom's path was, or whoever's raising her. We don't know what their path was to get to where we are.
And she could have heard it from somebody else.
She could have heard it and thought it sounded good, or they got applause when they said it, and so she's mimicking what she heard. We don't know the background, but it opens the door for conversation. And hopefully you parents that are seeing this, or adults period, because you don't have to be a parent, but you're an adult and you would be a mentor to somebody's child somewhere. Hopefully this is opening the door for you to have those sorts of conversations and see the areas in which the children in your life may need some guidance and some instruction, some help, some direction, some support. If it means bringing them a pizza at 3 in the morning because they're up working